Hi, this is Rebekah Ricks. I'm here at the Homeschool Connection with our show, an extra shot of espresso. So usually do the brew during the week, and sometimes on Friday you just need an extra shot of espresso. And I know I do. I'm running on fumes this morning. But our verse for the week is, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." I kind of wanted to think of a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And I know this is a very well-known verse, so there's probably a lot. I'm sure everyone's heard this verse before and gotten a lesson from it sometime. But the thought of it being a lamp and a light unto my path kind of implies to me that there's some sort of darkness. You know, when we go through life on our path, we don't ever know where our path is going to be. And sometimes there is going to be darkness. And we're going to need a light. Not every day is rainbows and roses. Some days it is going to be dark. The path isn't going to be lit, and we're not going to be sure where the path is going. I kind of feel like, as a planner, I like to plan. Right now we're planning for next school year. So it's February, and I like to have my classes planned out for next year now. But you know what? Things happen that aren't part of the plan. Last year at this time, I found out that I was pregnant, and that wasn't part of the plan. I remember thinking, oh my goodness, how are we, 9 months, there's a baby coming, and babies come, they come. There's nothing you can do about them. But it wasn't in the plan. What are we going to do? I didn't plan for that. So you never know what the light is. And by the way, it's the best thing that ever happened. I was super excited because I thought I couldn't have a baby, so that was amazing. But for me not to know that for me not to have planned it out or thought even that far, even 9 months seems like a long time, it kind of stressed me out a little bit for it. But you know what? Sometimes we don't need to see more than the little path in front of us. A light for our path is kind of God saying we don't need to see the whole path. Sometimes there's curves in the road, and sometimes the path is dark. But God is there with the light to show us the way to the end. And it says the word is a lamp unto my feet. Our feet. I don't know about you, but of the parts of my body that I like, my feet aren't one of them. I have ginormo feet. Yeah, that's the size I wear. I try to keep it under wraps because I don't want anybody to make fun of me. But when you're talking about feet, it's talking about walking. And I don't know about you, but when I think about walking, that's hard. Today I took my son to the pediatrician, and they're on the second floor, and the elevator was broken. And so I had to walk up 2 flights of stairs with my little arm thing. And I hate to admit I was winded. By the time we got to the top of the stairs, I was more than a little winded. I feel like I need to, walk stairs more often just so I can be prepared when the elevators are out. But our feet, when we're walking up that was hard. Walking on your feet. I'm so used to, if I can drive, this week we had a field trip. Oh, it was kind of a field trip. Our Key Club took Valentine's to a nursing home, and the nursing home is literally across the road, across the street. You can see it when you walk out front. And I drove over there. And when we got over there, I thought, we could have just walked across the street. So if I have the option to drive or walk, I will. But you know what? There's feet. The word feet is a light unto my feet. He's actually walking. He's not taking a car or doing something else. He's physically walking. And when we walk, that's a burden sometimes on us to have to walk each step every day. But you know what? Thy word, God's word, is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And I was thinking, how do we get God's word? I know this week there was a big deal because they were making fun of Mike Pence because he says that the Lord actually speaks to him. And it was some liberal media were saying, oh, he must be crazy because the Lord actually speaks to him. He thinks that Jesus actually speaks to him, kind of making fun of him for being a Christian. But you know what? Thy word is a lamp unto my feet. God does speak to us. And sometimes we can get a blessing through 100 ways. We can get a blessing from reading his word, and he can speak to us. But I sometimes think that we can't underestimate the power of a friend to to be a light unto us, to be God's word. Sometimes God does use other people to speak through us and help us and encourage us. And I think that for me lately, I've been able to get a lot of encouraging words from friends in times that were hard. And his word sometimes can be spoken through us. We're the vessels that God uses, and that's why we need to be in his word. So this week, when you think thy word is a lamp unto my feet, sometimes the path is dark. Sometimes it's not fun to walk. Our feet get tired. We have to walk, physically walk, and a light into our path. Sometimes the path is dark. Sometimes it's curvy and we don't see the end. Sometimes we don't know where the path is going, which is hard if you're a planner. But you know what? God is there. And I think that that is the biggest thing we have to remember, that sometimes we need a light. We can't see around the corner. We can't see where the path is going. We can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but God's there like a flashlight. And his presence will be there to help us through whatever we need. So hopefully that was a little bit of an encouragement today, a little extra shot of espresso for what you needed to get you through the weekend. And don't feel discouraged. You're not alone. You're not the only one who's going through what you're going through. People have before, and sometimes you feel that way. But you're not alone. We're here to help. So I'm Rebekah Ricks here at the Homeschool Connection. And follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. We have a YouTube channel too, and we'd love for you to follow us. And we'll be back on Monday with What's Your Brew. So hope you all have a great weekend. And don't forget, God's your light for your path.